Yeah, what's going on, guys? Komakikenzi here. This is a really unplanned video, but I just got a commentary from Big Nose Official telling me that I actually helped him to get the job. Yes, so congrats to Big Nose Official. And this sort of this like commentaries are always really motivating, and I just decided to make this little video to share a bit of my thoughts in regards to landing a job as software engineer, like as Python developer, like in web scraping and web development. Doesn't really matter that much, really. And again, I'm the person who doesn't like tests, and when I was freelancing, when someone actually told me that I need to pass some sort of a test or the interview questions, like technical interview, I was declining instantly because that's not my format completely, because I strongly believe that the client is someone who actually needs to be searching for you and not on the country, and it's the matter of a freelancer to choose which kind of client to work with and which not. But again, that's just my personal opinion and experience that I had as a freelancer in the past. Well, now I'm not really much in that. I do some small jobs from time to time, but mainly I'm doing YouTube. Currently, I'm extremely up with learning Korean. And by the way, again, guys, for those of you who actually want to thank Kobe Makikin for his work, you don't even need to donate my Patreon. You can simply have a look at this sort of a playlist, Learn and Practice Korean with Kobe Makikin. Most of my subscribers don't really care about what I'm doing here, but again, like if you just want to show your appreciation, have a look at this playlist, like share the videos, so many people who is actually interested in this sort of thing could get involved into this. So the idea is very simple. I just do learn Korean completely from scratch. One of the recent videos actually speaking Korean after 1 month of learning for about 1 minute and for a minute and a half. And currently I have a very ambitious project, so I'm now preparing a web scraping tutorial in Korean, believe it or not. So that's kind of it. But again, like this was a little bit of a self-advertisement. Let's actually have a look at the source code in regards to this sort of a tutorial, and I just have some thoughts about this programming assignment stuff. By the way, this is the only Python programming assignment I made ever, and I'm really surprised that this actually helps somebody. So let's quickly have a quick look at. Oh, it even does have its timestamps. Cool. So let's have a look at the source code, because this was very kind of long time ago. I don't even remember what exactly I've been doing there. So let's have a look. So script extract most common words from a given website by CodeMonkey King. So okay, here I see the point. So we're not using requests and we're not using beautiful soup. So this is a little bit challenging. So what we do use is only like the standard Python libraries like URL-lib and HTML parser directly, which, by the way, beautiful soup, a very famous HTML parsing library, does use this HTML parser by default, but I personally prefer to use LXML because it's kind of like more flexible and feels like actually faster compared to HTML parser in my personal experience. Well, obviously, the fastest way to go for web scraping is Scrapy framework, which I've made really tons of tutorials in regards to. But anyway, let's actually go. So yeah, here I've defined a class, a word parser, text to search text within div. Oh man. So here we do need to make all this HTML parsing actually by hands, without having this nitty-gritty beautiful soup like find all methods. Okay, so current tag, common words. So yeah, we have 3 callback functions here. So handle the starting tag, okay, and we do initialize the starting tag, which is the word parsers class internal attribute, okay. Then handle the data, so literally what comes within the tag. So if tag relies within the search tags, within this guys, okay, so we're looking only for a text within this paragraph, div, span, a tag, and headers from h1 to h4. Okay, in this case, so what we do, word in data.strip, so looking for words in the actual data that is available within the tag, stripping that up, so to remove the white spaces, new lines, etc., splitting this. Okay, and convert word to lowercase. Okay, clear. Replacing this. Okay, dot, colon, comma, and quotes. Filtering words, so filtering by the word length, and if not this like words. Okay, so yeah, and actually the word starts with kind of with alpha, so is alpha, which means this is not a number but actually a word. And in this case, we're trying to self common words indexed by common word plus equal to 1. Just updating the count. Okay, and okay, and what's then? Okay, so the main driver, so target URL. Okay, creating the response object. Okay, reading the bytes, decoding to the string format, ignoring errors. Okay, creating the parser. Okay, feeding the HTML, which we got. Okay, getting the counts, collections counter. Oh, wow, I was using collections counter. Oh my god. Most common, word count, most common. Oh, and then I was just relying on this, the standard method of the most common words. So yeah, it's just a matter of using this standard Python most common. Okay, yeah, this is really so cool. So we have this already there. Yeah, okay guys, so yeah, I've just memorized. I did recall this when I've been making this video tutorial. There was a student among the subscribers actually asked about this sort of a task for his college work assignment, or I don't remember really. And my confusion was the following. So I've never made a single test in a job interview or something in order to actually start making money on web scraping, on Python programming, like web development as well. I kickstarted with Upwork back in the day. Then I just dropped Upwork and started using YouTube as the source of gaining new client. Then I dropped that as well. Then I switched to chess programming. Now I'm currently I'm working as a chess programming consultant at Cincy.com. But this doesn't really matter that much. I just wanted to show you this kind of like growth from nothing to being a developer, basically, like completely self-taught. And you know, like I just remember it so well that the way how I learned programming and the way how I started conquering the market, if you can say so, it was totally different compared to what they teach you at school, basically, or college or whatever. And well, the knowledge are different. They're more like target specified, like target specific. So it's more like narrow scoped language, I would say. And yeah, so there is no place for this kind of tests. And this was really so fun to actually try an actual assignment after being a pro for quite a bit of time. So this was really exciting task back in the day. I remember that, and I wasn't even thinking if I should do more things like this, but it just didn't go that well. Even now, it doesn't really seem to be that popular. Only 400 views, 12 likes after July 27, so last year. So almost a year ago. I did it almost a year ago. Slightly less, but yeah, it's almost a year ago. It wasn't really that popular, so that's the reason why I didn't actually continue with this sort of a thing. So yeah, but anyway, after almost a year, it helped to someone, and I'm so proud of myself, guys. Can you believe it? Yeah, and I'm so proud of Big Nose Official, because this is so cool that he actually managed to get a real job using this sort of a thing. So yeah, I just want to mention one little thing, guys, that if you're going the way like traditional employment, job interviews, in this case, the way how you should learn Python programming and all this stuff is really different from how I do this and from how I learn this, and very different from how I teach this, because when they teach you at the courses, at schools, etc., it's more like theory part, practice part, and then the real world part is something totally different that you will still need to master one day. So I did absolutely the opposite way. I started from the real world stuff, and then I was delving deeper into the details along the way when I needed to know more about some sort of a thing. And again, like as far as I wasn't really that much sticking to certain niches back in the day, I tried a big variety, a vast majority of some possibilities and programming topics, starting from real-world 16-bit operating system shell-like apps, and that was the interpreter for esoteric programming language. I can't say its name because I did it once and I can no longer monetize this video, so let's call it BF. Okay, so BF, brain F and star CK. So that's the name of the language. And I did a bootable shell, which actually did put into real mode for like this. Oh my god, for this Intel processors. I have that video somewhere. So if I just have a look, or hold on a sec. I swear I have this somewhere. This is probably like the, oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. You can have a look. I can actually give you this a link to this video to have fun. By the way, in this video I started talking in English on YouTube for the very first time ever. So yeah, hopefully did some improvements since then. So yeah, this was real fun 2 years ago. Okay, guys. So yeah, this was once. So yeah, I had that sort of an experience. So really kind of wide range of things that I was trying to do, starting from the high level languages like Python, JavaScript, then down below to C, a bit of a C++, and then to NASM x86 assembly, which was real fun. I even tried to, I was thinking about trying the machine codes one day, but yeah, that didn't happen. But again, like assembly is already kind of low enough to understand this things like function calls, and all this low level memory management is good enough to understand things like pointers, and then using these things in the higher level languages. So even in JavaScript, if you don't know what the pointer is properly, it's really hard to explain the difference between the so-called deep copy of the object and just the object reference, which is literally an object pointer. So yeah, I hope that makes sense for those of you who is aware of what pointers are. So yeah, and what else can I say? So yeah, the learning path is totally different depending on your goals, basically. So, and for me personally, doing programming professionally with an idea to actually make money on this was really a major goal for me, but it wasn't kind of like a lifetime goal. And currently I still do programming for money. Obviously I need to live for something, but I believe that, well, this shouldn't be necessarily until the end of my life. That's just what I want to say. So, and that's the reason why, I'm good at some certain niches, let's say, and I also have a very solid basis in terms of like the understanding of the low-level programming in terms of how it works, and this actually allows to master whatever topic, whatever programming language. This programming language doesn't matter to me really, whatever framework, so you can pick up everything from scratch if you kind of do understand how exactly this works, right? And you can master whatever, and then if you're kind of market yourself properly, you're getting bombarded with emails and then you start rejecting to your clients saying that you're so busy and so on. So yeah, all this stuff kind of works, and I spent really lots of time in the past actually trying to share this sort of things with my subscribers. So yeah, that was kind of fun back in the day. But again, like CodeMonkeyKing is not only about web scraping, not only about programming. CodeMonkeyKing is more like about, you can monkey see, monkey do principle. That's what it's all about, right? So you see something and then you're trying to go deeper to being able to manipulate that, and when you are able to manipulate it, you're starting like dividing and conquering things until you come up with this little bricks for learning whatever. Now I'm applying this to Korean, by the way. So, and again, like I just do recall how I was learning English back in the day, and now I'm doing the same thing with Korean. So I just have a few phrases. I don't know many words, but I have a few phrases, and I'm gonna be making a web scraping tutorial in Korean as a challenge, as the Korean talking challenge. And I will be using source code commentaries for some small islands to jump from one to another, basically. So here I have my my source code. So from the web scraping perspective, this is really trivial, but I did provide some commentaries in Korean, and and these commentaries kind of do contain some words that I don't know yet, but I can use them and I can change the form of the sentence to kind of make new phrases, and eventually there should be a feeling like as if this is a real world life coding tutorial in Korean made by a foreigner. So that's kind of either like, this is the quotes in Korean. So 다운표를 is the quotes, and 가져오는 is like to get, to fetch, something like that, and so on. So yeah, the only phrase I can say fluently in Korean currently is 내리는보다 좋아질 수도 있습니다. 내리는보다 좋아질 수도 있으니까 따뜻하게 bedel. And nothing else. Everything else I can build sentences on the fly, but not that great yet to be fluent, to be as fluent as I am in English currently. So yeah, really lots of work still. Okay, guys, I think this is it from my side. So I'm sorry for this a bit of a unplanned, unscheduled video, but let's feel the proud for the guy actually managed to land a job thanks to my video. This is always kind of cool thing, and I'm really happy for him. So if you're watching this video, man, like from CodeMonkeyKing, so I wish you good luck, and yeah, so just do your job and you will definitely succeed. Well, okay guys, so this is it from my side. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, and take care.